everyone! Hello and welcome back to this very Resident Evil Revelations. I'm Black Shadow, and excuse me while I go through...
Evil.
Yeah, thank you. Excuse me as I go through 6 million different opening menus. This might take a moment. Last time, hopefully, I'd have been in the game. I say hopefully, as this part of the LP has had to be recorded in advance. Yes, this is the past Black Shadow talking here. For reasons that will become very apparent very shortly. This part of the game has had to be recorded in advance of the campaign, so I don't know anything. Well, I know what happened in the campaign, but I don't know if anything bizarre happened. So hopefully it was very entertaining. Now. Yes, Resident Evil.net. We still haven't got on the main menu. There we go! We got there in the end. Yeah, you see, time, 000. Yeah, I've done nothing. So so last time, hopefully we completed the campaign, which means it is now time to have the enjoyment and entertainment of raid mode. Been looking forward to doing this, truth be told. It's kind of good as well as far as the channel's concerned. I mean, you think of everything we've done so far, Resident Evil 4 and REHD and that. Something that it was inevitable, as all the entire video gaming industry eventually did do, and it started with Resident Evil series from Resident Evil 5, was the ability, with the internet and all that, in being able to enjoy these games with people you know. Resident Evil 5 was the first one to eventually do that with, with the campaign and mercenaries, and the rest, as they say, is history. And today will be no different. For the first time in about at least 2 years, I think it is, we're actually going to be doing something cooperative on this channel. Thank goodness. Unfortunately, however, this could not be done with the campaign mode, as regretfully, the developers didn't think it really necessary to make a co-op campaign after doing for Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil 6. I think even Revelations 2 might even have. I have no idea about that. But never mind, we will ignore that, and I'll just give Capcom a naughty slap on the wrist. So, as we enter raid mode, I thought, well, who do I do this with? I mean, obviously, the other things I've done was back with King Strigo, who may be making a return soon enough, you never know. And I thought, well, raid, for those of you who have played it, know how hard it can damn well be. So I figured that I would have to go through the banks and swaths of the employee list at BS Inc. to find a suitable candidate to accompany me through the inevitable terror that we're going to be facing. And you can think of her as the Texan Terror of survival horror gaming. I welcome you to one of the first subscribers this channel ever had, over 4 years ago now. Say hello to Heratura. Hello.
Hello. I'm glad to be here.
Yes. I say bar a couple people that I knew anyways from a previous life who already subscribed. Heratura, one of the first people who ever subscribed that I did not know at the time, if you know what I mean. It was a very, very long time ago. And again, as they say, the rest is history. Here we are. Not quite what we expected to be. Also, as we may have been thinking we could actually do the campaign in co-op, but we won't get into those details. They're unnecessary. And she will be joining us for the purposes of doing raid mode. It was about 4 years ago, wasn't it?
It was. I never thought that I would be co-oping with you 4 years ago.
Well, nor did I think I was going to be co-oping anything 4 years ago myself, but, strange world, eh? Righto then, children. So what we're going to do is we are going to select raid mode. Now, as you see here, the time here does not say 0. I have played raid mode rather extensively. However, again, for the purposes of this, I have reset everything I physically could. That involves selling some rather expensive stuff. So what we're going to do quickly is I am just going to very quickly off screen. I don't need to show the friends list and all that sort of thing. I'm just going to go off screen quickly and set up a cooperative lobby because it's going to take a moment. So give me 2 secs. Okay then, lobby setup, person joined, well, it's the same person, trust us, it is, no impersonators here, nothing of the sort. So, welcome to raid mode. If anyone here watching this is not familiar with raid mode, I suppose a quick dime tour would be suitable. Raid mode, and it may be the same for Revelations 2, of course I don't know, we haven't got that far yet, haven't played the game. Raid mode is like a little mini kind of mission-y based sort of style mode. Not quite mercenaries like we've had in previous installments of the series. But it takes a variety of areas from all across the entire game. So you got everything there, even the Terra Grigia flashbacks, you've got the mountain stages, we went on the Semiramis, and all that sort of stuff, all the way to the very end of the game. And you can go through sort of set missions where you've got to, do something in particular, and the objective is to make it through and survive. There's points obviously awarded for being pretty quick and all that sort of stuff. Basically, that's the general premise. As you go along, you've got your own character as well that will gradually get more and more powerful and all that sort of thing. So, also in use for raid mode is a wide plethora of weapons, of which I've amassed a few, just to show you guys off. Ignore those two at the top, I'll get to those in a second. They're my ones I've carried over. I have sold everything else. Believe me, it hurts. So here is a quick show of some of the weapons that you can use here. I just went and bought a load of level 1 stuff because I was able to. So you've got like the M92F, which is the weapon we started off with at the very beginning of the game. We've got the government that Parker loves, and also a lot of the other weaponry we got as well. There's the PC-56, variety of machine guns, that sort of thing, and a rocket launcher because everyone loves a rocket launcher. Why not? The equip system works the same way as it did in the main game. Well, actually, that's not. Well, yeah, you can pick any 3 weapons that you desire. They can all be the same type of weapon. They can be different. So you can have 3 handguns if you want, if you fancy doing that. If you do, then that's entirely your prerogative. But as you see here, we'll go through quickly. They're varying stats here. So like the M92F has like a better firing speed, a better capacity than the government, but the government's far more powerful. The PC-56, for example, is a weaker gun, and statistically, usually a lot worse than the other 2 handguns. But you get more of these little extra slots where you can put abilities on, which I don't have because again I've pretty much sold all of them. That hurts. And it's the same for machine guns. So you got the MP5, P90, AUG, and you can see how all their stats and the amount of slots they have as well. The Wyndhams, the M3, the M40, the PSG, and the rocket launcher doesn't have any attachments because what could you possibly do? I mean, unless you want to turn like that Fallout's mini or something, maybe. So yeah, so you can use anything you want. There's a lot more weapons in this as well. You've got magnums, you've got the hidden versions of like some of the weapons. So you had like the G18, you've got the Hydra, you've got the magnums as well. So you've got the Python, you've got the Elhawk, and then you've got some special variants of those. You've got like the Pale Rider, the Muramasa, which we'll come across as we go along, the Drake, and so on and so forth. The other thing as well, so all these weapons as well also have a selection of slots that you can get on them. The amount will vary depending on the type of weapon. So like a government might only have it might go up to like 3 or 4 if you're lucky. It may have none, whereas like a P356 like this one here has got all 6. So it's very easy to customize, that general sort of thing. And you can customize them with all sorts of things. I've kept a few of these for demonstration purposes of some of the things you can get. Also because these are incredibly rare, and I didn't want to sell any of them because it took me a lot of bloody playing to get these. We're going to need them at the end as well, so I didn't fancy losing them. But all sorts of things here. So yeah. And also I've got like the Stars, FBC, BSAA. These are all bought with my own money. So I've got them as is. So just showing that one off there. Not really much else to say. As I say, well, we coming across some of these you can pick up during the game. You've also got the in-game store, where you can pick up a selection of weapons. So you've got like the Wyndham there's P36. I could buy special variant, special least free guns. Again, I bought these, but I'm not going to be using these yet. As far as it's concerned, the Samurai Edge, the Parker's Government, and Jessica's weird-looking G18, as well as a few extra abilities. You can also replenish all your bits and pieces as well, which is very nice. And lots of other stuff that you shouldn't be able to unlock yet, but I have done because I've already beaten the game. So hey. Last thing as well, again, you can use a variety of characters. So you've got Jill here in a variety of different costumes, and you see each character in each costume has a different kind of ability. So there's Chris, Parker, Keith, Jessica, and so on and so forth. We'll be getting into more of those as we go along. Also, Sailor Chris looks dumb. Just throwing that one out there. I don't think there's much more else to go on. Oh yes, I should actually equip myself, shouldn't I? Right, so I'm going to remove these two guns here because I'm not selling them. They mean too much to me. Let's go M92F. Go MP5, and I suppose we'll go with the old Wyndham. Why not? Because it looks good. Look at it, it's beautiful. Beautiful. It has a firing speed of 0.51, which is crap. But we'll look past that, folks, won't we? We'll look past that. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. So I suppose we better not hesitate much more and get involved and see what it's like. Of course, for anyone who has actually played this raid mode before, then the last 5 minutes you've been able to act like I'm a know-it-all. Doesn't that feel good early in the morning? What am I saying? I don't even know. Never mind. Never mind. So when the game decides to eventually boot up. Huzzah for that!
You ready?
I'm always ready, Jill.
Parker, enough of those bizarre comments. This is a family show.
He's just getting started, boss.
May God have mercy on us all. So, yeah, so first thing you'll notice is that every mission you've got, you have a particular objective you need to achieve. Now, whether that's a case of getting through a particular section, because raid mode is based off of the entire campaign, you see. So whether it's getting through to an X point of a level, or maybe it's a case of killing a certain enemy or amount of enemies, something like that. Hello there! You'll see this guy immediately looks awfully different. I need to shoot him. And you'll notice how the game immediately plays a little bit differently to campaign. Now, whereas obviously in the campaign, we were able to, you know, obviously we fought the using that, but there was no health meters, there was no numbers game, nothing like that at all. There you go. Good job. Go get that scumbag. And what you'll generally find as well as you go along, you need to go to an area, kill X amount of enemies, get the key so you can move onwards with your life. How do you turn the flashlight off? Can you turn the flashlight off? I forget.
I don't think
No, you can't. I don't know what I'm thinking about. Ignore me. It's early in the afternoon, folks. Have sympathy.
And don't forget about these you can find in each level in
Yes.
different places.
Yes. The points that you accumulate during the game is what you use to buy new weapons, upgrades, that sort of thing. Battle points, which also you can get from these little things, little star tokens that come straight out of Resident Evil 5, it feels like. So, 100 battle points, nice and easy. They're not all hidden, well, some of them are really well hidden, especially on hard difficulties. Really tough. So let's move on with our lives. Yeah, so the first few stages are pretty easy, you know, to get used. Hello! Where did you come from, sir? Now you'll notice this guy is huge. He also does not take a lot of damage, which is a big problem, but he's very slow. As you go, yeah, that'll do. As you go through the game, you also find that when you fight these regular enemies, they can come in various forms. So this is a tank version. So he's very big. He'll do a lot of damage, but he's very, very slow. And generally killing them will net you nice little prizes like that. So just something to bear in mind. Oh, hello, ammo. Yeah, make sure to grab those as well as you go. Forward. So you notice how this is rather reminiscent of the very start of the game. You know, the very start. You know, it's the same area, it's the same pathing. That's generally what raid mode does. It kind of takes. Whoa, hello. It kind of takes the main pathing from the game. Get your shoulder out the way, Parker. I'm blocking my camera.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to be as ripped as Chris is in Resident Evil 5.
Yes, melee attacks. They still work beautifully. But you'll notice we don't have any, whoops! Sorry. Wrong button. LB button with, like, the scannery thing. What's it called? You know,
Oh. The equipment, I don't exactly remember.
We should know this. Bear in mind, again, done this before the campaign, that the thing you scan to, like, get hold of extra green herbs, that doesn't exist in this. So just bear that.
Yeah, and there's no handprints. All you're looking for are the battle points.
If anything. Oh, hello. Where did you come from? This is a small one. Very fast, usually quite annoying, but they generally are a bit weaker, at least damage-wise. Still, just like the main campaign as well, you still want to target enemies. It's quite interesting, actually. Raid mode, I found, was a really useful learning tool for doing the game in campaign, because obviously when you... Oh, there's no one up there. When you do the game in campaign, of course, there's no damage figures, so you're shooting an enemy, but you do not know how effective it may or may not be, whereas you play the game with Raid, suddenly the game will tell you what a weak area is, and you notice that with like the damage figures coming up, they come up in like a big, nice orange instead of a yellow, which means that it's super effective. If it comes up grey, then try something else, basically. So if we take this guy that's bound to spawn somewhere around here, bound to spawn somewhere around here. Bound to spawn somewhere
behind the soda machine.
Well,
or not.
No. Fine, I'll demonstrate next area. This guy, for example. So you see, we'll shoot him in the main body, yellow, that's fine. Shoot him in the head, lots more damage being dealt. And it's a really useful learning tool for doing this game in campaign, especially for like the hard mode, which is pretty tough. So it's a useful way of learning, but you see this guy? Yeah, you see, this guy's a berserker, very, very powerful, extremely dangerous. So if I was to like shoot him with something else, for example, you see, body, does a bit of damage. If I was to shoot him in the leg, does less damage, arm, less damage again, but you shoot in the head, does more. And of course, melee attacks are always great.
Each type of monster is susceptible to different weapons.
Yes, you'll find as well, certain monsters have weapons that are more or less effective against. So let Parker clubby clothesline there. It'll do good. You can also melee attack as well, which some enemies are very weak against.
We have one more battle point.
Yeah, very nice. And this is the end of the game, folks. The end of the game? Well, that was a fast LP. Next time! No. No, this is the end of the stage. This is what you're always looking for. You want to basically melee attack it. Like so. If you hold it down, which I should have actually done, and don't press the start
managed
button.
to get through that.
Very good job.
Parker, your lips weren't moving. How do you do that? It's like ESP. If you hold it down all the way to do like a fully charged melee attack, you get a spare green herb, which is good. Success! And you did far better than... How did you get... Oh, right. It's okay. So... Success. Every bonus in the whole locker. Very nice. So yeah, so there's bonuses as well. So for no damage, killing everything. Whatever the third one was. What was the third? No damage. I wasn't even looking. That's dreadful.
There's no damage, low level.
Low level,
and
yes.
then there's the genocide bonus.
Yes, that's the one. The low level. The game gives you a bonus if you take on stages being at the recommended level it shows. So yeah, pretty good. Bit of experience there, which for me is not going to be of any use because I've already leveled up, so I can adjust my level as necessary to suit the game, basically. That's kind of how this works. But normally you get the experience level up as you go. You know, standard procedure. Very good. And, you know, as a stage, I'd say the first one or two are really, really short, really easy, just to get you to understand what raid mode is all about. That's fine. Okay, so, for example, so you've done that one, so we'd then be able to do the next one, which would be this one, the beach. Again, following the campaign. So this is the flashback scenario we had with, Jill and Park. And for that, actually, I tell you what, I'm actually going to go back old school as well. And I'm going to go, old Jill. Although, to be fair, this is probably one of my favourite characters in Raid as well, so believe me, I've got no problems with that. So, that's cool. Yeah, pretty simple. You'll notice the recommended level has now gone up to level 2. However, I'm going to be exceptionally cocky and not bother editing my level. That should go well. Right, okay, so weapons are still fine, that's all well and good. The battle points we got hold of, we can now use in the store. So if we want, we can buy some new weaponry. There's nothing particularly interesting that I want to buy. Rage? Nah, not interested. There's all sorts of abilities that you and attachments for weapons concerning everything from firepower to healing abilities, physical attacks, everything you can think of, you can get basically. It's really nice. Lots of customization available. Pretty darn good.
Not just for your weapons, but you can also get more weapon space, more space to hold grenades and body armor.
And other consumers, yes, body armor as well, which I won't be able to show off myself. But as you go up the levels, the higher the level, eventually you'll start unlocking more stuff, and that can involve getting body armor. So basically, it just reduces the damage you take, which doesn't really make a huge difference until you start getting to like the real back end of the game, in which it makes a noticeable difference if you haven't got it. We'll get there soon. So yeah, pretty good. I'll crack on, basically. No need to hang around. Your knife and physical attacks can do serious harm to enemies. It is true. The knife is an underrated weapon in raid mode. So and to be fair, raid mode, as I say, it's a great learning tool. I think even if you've not played the campaign much, you're struggling with bits, do a bit of raid. It's a great learning tool for working out how best to take on certain enemies. It really works. Parker has got his diving suit still on, which is fine. We're not planning to go diving today, but oh.
We're gonna get a little wet.
That is quite true. Hello, ooze things. If you want a scientific name for them, look somewhere else, folks. Yeah, they're not too bad. But again, it's fighting these that you figure out where their weak spot is. And these guys in particular, what you're looking to do, if you can, is eventually, what it will do is you want to shoot in its mouth. So you see it opens up there. So if you can hit it in its mouth, you'll do extra damage. Unfortunately, I don't even have remote angle. Jill, that is a depressing fire rate. My aunt Anne could pump a shotgun faster than you. That is absolutely depressing. At least you can reload the gun reasonably well. Let me take the gun on here. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of I kind of like in a way how the game kind of follows the main campaign, truth be told. Yeah, Jill gets a really quick machine gun reload compared to what Parker would. Ugh! Recognize that from the campaign. No, this is a brand new enemy for raid mode, folks. These guys will pop up occasionally, and if you kill them, you can get a weapon case or like some really good parts, which is handy.
There's very nearly one on every level.
Yeah, a lot of levels have them hidden. Sometimes they're just hidden in a faraway place. Sometimes you've got to fulfill certain conditions of the game or anything like that. You know, and you work it out as you go. Hello, there is a shot grenade. I'll happily take that.
And there's BP on the front of this boat.
So there is. So there is. Glad someone was paying attention. Because I was not. Yeah, grab it.
I've got your back, boss.
Lucky me. Right, so use that.
Come here.
You heard her. She's running the show. She's the hero around here. Look at her bearing the brunt of that. Pathetic. Right. I should really be knifing those, but I'm just being really lazy today.
Over here.
Yeah.
Over here.
That's how it should be. Ah, small one. What did it do? I don't know. Yeah. See, shoot it in the mouth. Pretty damn effective.
They like the rifles in the mouth.
Oh yeah, any shot in the mouth is really effective. But the problem is they don't often show it, which is the problem. You also tend to find as well, it's also a good learning tool for figuring out what weapons are sometimes quite effective. And grenades, for example. Like if I throw like a normal grenade, don't do much damage. Shock grenade, bang! That was powerful. There you go, 4,000 damage.
Shotguns don't do a lot against them.
Yeah, well, they can be. It's all about, you know, it depends a bit. But it's all pretty good. As I say, it's pretty. Well, you know, it's pretty slowish for now, but it's just about learning the level and that sort of thing. Got the end bit here, however. Quickly show it off from the again from the campaign, which again I hopefully showed. Come over yonder. You've got the little bit down here. Sometimes there's some BP hiding around, or you know, believe me, they put these bloody things in some strange places. They really do. And you know, it's worth it though. I mean, like, come the end of the game, these little BP tokens are worth thousands and thousands of bonus points. We'll do it properly.
That was flawless.
So, you gonna grab a drink now?
I've just noticed the flashing gold PP thing right behind Parker. Oops. That's about 1,000 battle points wasted. Never mind.
I think we'll make do.
I hope so. Must admit, I'm doing a lot better with these bonuses than I did the first time I played this game. Must admit. We got the exact same amount. Ooh, a level 1 Python. I'll be keeping that. And a long magazine attachment. Very good. How did we get the exact same? That's amazing. I like that.
I'm not sure. I think this is going to be the only time I've ever killed more enemies than you, though. The only time.
I'm not going to comment on that officially. Not going to comment on that officially. Righto then, so that's pretty much that. And, you know, and the game goes on. I say, if this gets towards the end of this, and especially about as we go into like some of the latest stages, there are some chaotic ones. I mean, like when we get to like the Terra Grigia levels are always quite entertaining. The Promenade deck is madness.
Mm-hmm.
The observation deck is entertaining. You know, and you got the massive Zenobia, the airstrip, and then some of the later levels are just mayhem. And especially when you get onto like some of the harder difficulties as well. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. So what we're gonna do is we're probably gonna call that one there. There's a little introduction video. Won't go too heavy into it, to be fair. You've got an idea, and you know, next time we'll be actually doing this a bit more properly and hopefully making pretty quick progress. I don't plan on taking forever on Chasm. Chasm's pretty easy. It's once you get into Trench and Abyss and that sort of thing that this that's getting very interesting. So it shouldn't take us too long to run through these early ones, and we'll go from there. So I think that'll probably be that. So well, I suppose will thank you very much for watching. Bit weird saying that, but in any event, so we I gotta stop saying that. We will see you next time, I guess. So I will catch you next video, I guess, chums. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
See y'all later.
What she said. Ta-ta for now.